Hey guys, Sam here, and welcome back to another episode of our Barcelona Career Mode series. Without further ado, we're going to get into today's press conference. I'm hoping my fucking microphone is working today. I triple checked it. I actually checked it 3 times. I recorded, I made sure the audio was good, so the microphone better be fucking working. The first question comes from Asian Grapher 41. I don't know if that's actually how you're supposed to say it, but that's how I read it. And he asks, who has been the best player this season who hasn't gotten all the fame? Now, of course, a lot of the credit has gone to the attacking players, thanks to the amount of goals that we've scored this season, but I think there's been one player in probably the most important position on the pitch that has been absolutely phenomenal. And that's Sergio Busquets in defensive midfield. He's been absolutely brilliant in defensive midfield. He's been creating everything. He's been structuring everything. And everything seems to start with him. Yes, he'll play a pass to Rakitic, and then Rakitic will do something fantastic. And Rakitic also has been very amazing. But Sergio Busquets is just the anchor, and he's the guy, he's the oil to our engine. He just keeps everything going, and it's been an absolute treat to have him in the squad. We're very thankful he didn't leave in the summer. Winston Saar asks, Luis Enrique, are you going to do a season 2? So are we staying on for next season? Well, earlier in the season, we said that we didn't know whether or not Luis Enrique would sign an extension because his contract does run out at the end of this season. And we are coming to the end of this season, and I can confirm for you guys that Luis Enrique is in negotiations to sign an extension at the end of this season, and that extension should be finalized, the deal should be finalized coming towards the end of the season. And the final question comes from the best channel on YouTube. Nice name, by the way. I rate the shit out of that. And he asks, what are your objectives for the next season? Well, that all depends on what we do this season. Objectives are kind of decided once you can identify how you did in the previous season. So we're obviously going to want to build on what we did this season, and this season was always going to be a difficult one, but we've done really well. The guys have, so I don't know what the exact objectives are going to be, but I can confirm that we're going to want to improve on what we do this season, no matter what we do. That's it for today's press conference, guys. Thank you so much for submitting your questions. Of course, in the next episode, there'll be another press conference. And if you guys want to have a chance of being part of the next episode, then make sure you leave a comment in the comment section below. Ask a question for Luis Enrique. We're nearing the end of the season, so maybe some transfer targets are rising. I've seen a lot of you guys asking about Lucas Digne and Andre Gomez. I've already confirmed in previous episodes that they're signing at the start of next season. We've already agreed deals in principle with the club and the player for both of them to sign next season. So don't ask about Digne and Gomez. Yes, we are going to sign them. But maybe if you guys have heard of other transfer targets that you want Luis Enrique to clarify, you can go ahead and leave those questions in the comment section below. Alright, so the first game of May is a home game against Borussia Dortmund in the semi-finals of the Champions League. That is what the knockout stages looks like at the moment. In the semi-finals, Bayern Munich have beat Wolfsburg 3-1 over the 2 legs. It was 2-0 and 1-1, so spoiler alert. Whoever gets through between ourselves and Borussia Dortmund will be facing Bayern Munich. Not an easy task at all. And in the last episode, we simulated our game against Borussia Dortmund away, and we picked up a 2-0 win. So we are in an extremely comfortable position, of course, just coming off of that amazing 2 legs against Manchester United. I mean, just absolutely amazing game. So what can happen against Borussia Dortmund? We'll just have to wait and see. But it might not be as easy as we think, because that is the starting lineup. And as you can see, our 2 centre-backs are Lucas Hernandez and Edgar I. And you might be asking why? Well, Samuel Umtiti picked up a training injury, and he's out for 2 months, which I believe is the rest of the season. And Javi Martinez picked himself up a suspension, so he's not able to play in this game, and we have no Samuel Umtiti for the rest of the season. So our 2 centre-backs are Lucas Hernandez and Edgar I. So maybe Dortmund can exploit that, maybe they won't, I don't know. The starting lineup is Aguero up front with Costa and Mahrez as a front 3, Halilovic, Busquets, and Rakitic in a midfield 3, Alba, as I said, Hernandez and I, and Perez as a back forward, Bravo in between the sticks. A couple of things to note, Mahrez is back from injury, he came back last episode, and Aguero has hit the 90 rating, so he's really an elite striker. Also, at the moment, Lewandowski has 8 goals, Aguero has 9 goals, and Jonas, who Benfica got knocked out in the freaking round of 16, Jonas has 10 goals. So Aguero is still trying to hunt down that golden boot. Him and Lewandowski will be racing potentially all the way to the final. So a goal here for Aguero would put him in a very good position. Oh, referee. Referee, dirty tactics in the first 2 minutes. Come on. Show a bit of discipline. Gonna be Bruno Perez to whip this in. First couple of minutes, they gave away a free kick. Can we punish them? And it was Edgar in there. He could have picked himself up a goal. Imagine that. It's Marco Reus now. Lucas Hernandez putting him on his ass and winning the goal kick. Put your hand down, Royce. You didn't win that. Rakitic spreads that out wide for Busquets. Busquets going to wait for that run. Rakitic is going to take it instead. I thought Mahrez was going to take it, but Rakitic takes it instead. He finds Bruno Perez. Perez with a bit of a cut in. Bruno Perez trying to go all the way himself, forgetting he's a right back. Rakitic into Perez. Bruno Perez has got very involved. He finds Rakitic. He's been so involved in the attack. Can Ivan Rakitic repay him? Oh, it's Gundogan. Good read. It's Dortmund coming up in attack now. It's Mkhitaryan on the ball. He finds Weigl with a fantastic ball into Cavani. And it's a 3-on-3 situation. Sven Bender takes too long. Great positioning from our defense. Cavani goes for it. Falls again to Castro. And Bravo's ready for the second opportunity. Marco Reus now again on a counter-attack here for Dortmund. Marco Reus just shrugs Edgar off. Not good, but Edgar gets his payback. Good tackle, son. Corner here for Dortmund. Do they have the aerial threats? They've gone short into Julian Weigl, who has all the room. And he's offside, thank God. It falls to Piszczek off of a deflection, and he's offside. I thought he wasn't, because there's a lot of players close to the net. But somehow Piszczek is offside. It was Costa now on the left. Got a couple of men chasing him. Douglas Costa cuts in like they're not even there. He's going to lay that off. Who are you laying that off to, Douglas? Oh, Gundogan. You're going the wrong way, son. He's just giving it to Sergio Aguero. He's going to bang that. And he tries to beat Roman Berkey from outside the box. Lilovic to whip this one in. It's a curler. It's going outside. Someone was in there. That's Busquets. And what a catch from Berkey. Into Weigl. Oh, Ivan Rakitic, good work, and it falls to Aguero. Aguero gets past one. He's got Rakitic in support, and Rakitic doesn't have the most amount of pace, but he's kind of on his bike. He's going to whip it in, and Berkey will deal with that. Ivan Rakitic into Sergio. Sergio has the run of Halilovic. Good play, and Socrates has given away the penalty. I thought he got that clean. I thought he was going to slide tackle that ball into his own net, but instead he's picked up a red card and given away a penalty. I'm sorry, mate. I didn't think it was a penalty, but I'm going to take it, of course. It's going to go to Sergio, trying to find his 10th goal of this Champions League campaign to tie it up with Jonas for the Golden Boot, and he puts it away. Good work, Sergio. Makes it 1-0 on aggregate, 3-0, and it looks like all hope that Borussia Dortmund have is now gone. Trying to shield the ball from everybody. What can Sergio do in this situation? Who's he got in support? What can he do? He's going to take it back outside. Jokes. He's taking it back on inside. Aguero's trying to mug them all off. He's doing it as well. Sergio. Oh, and Berkey does enough. He could have passed that. But after that run, how are you going to just lay that off? How are you not going to shoot? Alright, double substitution here. It's Aguero coming off for Christian Teo and Rakitic coming off for Sergi Roberto. Oh, Costa. Oh, the no-touch dribbling here from Douglas Costa. He's on his bike. Piszczek is pretty quick. Can Douglas Costa get rid of him? He's going to try and shake him here. He does. Good work by Douglas. No support. We are on Park the Bus. Douglas is going to do it all himself. He had one more man to beat. He could have shot, but he tried to do it all. Gets past his man. Riyad cutting in. Returning from injury. Riyad Mahrez wants to make an impact here. He's gone and he's done all of them. But the finish just wasn't there. Berkey putting the pressure on him. And Rick Mkhitaryan whips that in for Diego Costa. Good finish. And I don't know why Diego Costa is their substitute and not their starting striker, but they start Cavani over him, so there you go. He scores one. Dortmund celebrate. I wouldn't be celebrating if I was them. Christian Teo. Out wide to Douglas. Douglas, can we have the last laugh? Yes, we can. Douglas isn't going to mess about that time. He's not going to try and take them all on. This time he's going to put it in the back of the net and make it 4-1. The Costa that's getting the last laugh here is Douglas, not you, Diego. The last laugh goes to Douglas. There it is, full time here at the Camp Nou, and it does end 2-1 on the night, 4-1 on aggregate, and we have booked our ticket. We've punched it into the final of the Champions League against Bayern Munich, what is going to be a massive game. We can't wait for that. Of course, the rest of the season still has to be played out. I think there's like 4 or 5 games left in the league, so there's still some work to do before we get to that situation. Aguero so far is tied as the top goal scorer of the Champions League. If he gets a goal in the final, he'll be the single Golden Boot holder. Those are the stats for you guys. We had a pretty calm game. We started just defensively and passing it about, and we ended up with 6 shots, 5 on target, 55% possession. At one point, we had like 70% possession. And Dortmund ended up with 6 shots, 5 on target, 45% possession. So a decent performance from Dortmund. Not good enough, however. And we just made sure it's not an all-German final. Right, our first simmed game of the episode is an away game at Espanyol in the league. It's full-strength lineup going out. Of course, with Javi Martinez returning from his suspension. Of course, Lucas Hernandez is playing for Umtiti, so it's not actually the full strength lineup, but other than that, it is the full strength lineup as Espanyol are up 1-0 going into the second half. That's no good, as you remember, Real Madrid is 1 point behind us, so we desperately need to get a couple of goals here. We cannot lose. Jordi Alba brings one back, and with 20 minutes left, can we make it 2-1? If not, we're not in a good position at all, and it's 1-1, which means Madrid, if they win their game, are 2 points ahead of us now with just a couple of games left in the league. Right, our second sim game is a home game against Malaga, and Real Madrid are 1 point ahead of us. I can confirm that. I don't know how that works. We were 1 point ahead of them. We got a draw, and now they're 1 point ahead of us. Does that make sense? If they'd won and we drew, does that mean they'd be 1 point ahead of us? I don't know. I hope it makes sense. But we are 1-0 up here against Malaga in the first half. Douglas Costa makes it 2. We got to hope that Real Madrid draws, and then we'll be 1 point ahead of them, I guess. So that's the only chance we have right now. We just got to win our games, and it looks like this is 3 points in the bag. A 2-0 win at home against Malaga. What more can you ask for? Well, I wanted Real Madrid to draw, but they did us one better. As you can see, 3 games below us, they lost at home to Valencia, which is a huge result for us. Thank you, Valencia. I couldn't love you anymore right now. As you can see, by 2 points. And all we got to do is play this game against Real Sociedad and pick up a draw. A draw is enough. Our goal difference is a lot better than Real Madrid's. So all we have to do is pick up a draw. Valencia are actually a lot closer than I thought. A few more games, and they could have upset Real Madrid and potentially pipped second from them. Okay, that is the starting lineup for our final game in the league. Sergio Busquets, unfortunately, is suspended, so he is not going to be hoisting the trophy here for us. The captain, Ivan Rakitic, if we draw or win, will be lifting the trophy up for us here today. So that is the starting lineup. It's Aguero up front with Costa and Teo on each wing. Dennis Suarez, Sergio Roberto, and Rakitic making up a midfield 3. Roberto coming into a defensive mid position I think suits him. And then Jordi Alba, Hernandez, Martinez, and Perez as a back four with Claudio Bravo in between the sticks. Ivan Rakitic. Oh, Rakitic breaking ankles. That captain's armband has done something to Ivan Rakitic. Then he loses the ball. Sociedad, you're not going to be able to ruin our party. Not if Jordi Alba's there to say anything about it. Oh, Ivan. Oh, that's a touch. Did you see that? He just chested it past his man. I swear Ivan Rakitic took something before this game. Sociedad with the corner here. A very good half by Sociedad. A great 45 minutes. They've gone short. Jesus Mora. to Raul Neves. And would you believe it, we're down to Sociedad. Boys. This second half has to be better. It's only one goal that we need. But at the moment, if Madrid's winning, then they have the league title. So we cannot break under pressure now. Not now. It just can't happen. Into Sergio Roberto. Roberto goes out wide to Douglas. Douglas into Dennis Suarez. Tried to leave it. Still has possession. It's Christian Teo. And look at how Sociedad are setting up defensively. It's very solid. Teo trying to get into the box. And their defense is just on point at the moment. He finds Roberto. Roberto over the top for Douglas Costa. He's got a bit of time on the ball. On your right foot, Douglas! And Raul Neves putting his body on the line there. Or Raul Navas, sorry, not Neves. Martinez spins around a bit. He finds Christian Teo. What can Teo do on the ball? Cuts in on his left. Christian Teo, I see you, Rakitic. I see you, Ivan Rakitic! Come on, son. Good finish, good play. And there's a league title back in our hands. Still another half an hour to go. Sociedad have been playing fantastically. So this game is not over. But there's a lot of pressure off our shoulders now. We can play a bit more free-flowing football. We've been absolutely woeful today. And Sociedad's defense has been very good. It's Christian Teo with a great run. And Rakitic darting in. And it's a good finish as well. Straight past the keeper. 1-1. Let's hope it freaking stays that way. Martinez trying to keep up with Canales. He's going to run right past Martinez, trying to do as much as he can. That's all you, Bravo. You could have grabbed that. Not sure why you had to punch that. All right, two substitutions here, and it's Douglas Costa coming off for Riyad Mahrez, and Aguero coming off for Rafinha, with Dennis Suarez moving into the striker position. Oh, good touch by Jonathan Dos Santos, and Bravo plucks that out of the air. Here we go, dying embers of the game, literally the last chance. It goes to Sociedad. Jonathan Dos Santos long range, and Bravo with a big match save right there. Clear that, Jordi Alba, and that is it. Why aren't we lifting the trophy? Surely. No way, our goal difference was way better than Madrid's. and we were 2 points ahead of them. Don't tell me I saw something wrong. Don't tell me I miscalculated. Have we won the league or not? Is this just a glitch? This better be a glitch. Oh, I see. For some reason, the final day wasn't at the same time as Madrid. So I guess technically they can't confirm that we won the league because Madrid could technically still win it. I guess that's why we weren't able to lift our trophy, but that means we're never going to be able to lift our trophy. That's kind of weird. The final match day should be on the same day, right? That's the same for every league. I know it is for the English league, but I'm sure the Spanish league and other leagues do the same thing, where the last day, everybody plays at the same time. Nevertheless, Madrid, if they win by 11 goals or more, will be the league champions. So we'll wait and see how that goes. Okay, so everybody's played their games, and that is how the league table wraps up. At the end of the season, boys, we were successful in winning the league, something that I thought we weren't going to do this season. But my God, did we play some fantastic football throughout the season, and we can confirm that we are La Liga champions. Despite losing all those players in the summer, we were able to rebuild actually quite quickly and very well indeed. So a very good season, and it's just getting started. That's the first trophy that we were able to win this season. We have 2 more trophies that we'll be challenging for in the next episode, and that is the Cup final and the Champions League final against Sevilla and Bayern Munich respectively. So next episode we'll have the Cup final and the Champions League final, so I hope you're excited for that. The next episode is the last episode of this season, and then we'll see what happens with Luis Enrique and that contract. But if you guys did enjoy today's episode, then make sure you leave a like on the video. I hope you did enjoy today's episode. I hope you had a good day. I'll see you guys in the next one very soon. Keep it real.